Howdy doody. Good morning. I don't have to work, so that means I can take my time. I think the biggest request I got from my last video, thank you for watching, was I had a lot of makeup questions, but I had a lot of questions about just general skincare. So I have a doctor's appointment today. It's the 16-week baby checkup. And here's heartbeat again, make sure all is good. And since I don't have to work and I'm not in a rush, I thought I would show you this because this is a little bit more in depth. So bear with me. I'm going to try to be as educational as possible. Now, I told you before, I don't really wash my face, but what we're going to do today is we are going to roll. It's called a Dermaroller. I started using a Dermaroller probably 8 or 9 years ago. I think, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I think Rodan and Fields is starting to promote rolling, which is great because I love it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to wash my face. And I'm going to use just a little bit of Dove, just basic bar Dove, because we're going to want a clean, very clean surface for this because it is a tiny bit invasive. So we don't want any infections and we don't want nasty spreading around. So I'm going to wash my face. I'll be right back. Well, also don't rub your face. Blot, blot, pat, pat, pat. All right. The next step is to make sure everything is really sterile. Instead of using my toner that I showed you last time, we're actually going to use 70% rubbing alcohol. This stinks, but we've got to kill any germs. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. Ugh, smelly. Oh, God. Man. Just fan your nose. Fan your nose so you don't gag yourself. Golly. Oh, shoot. Plus, helps you get off any extra dirt that you may have missed. Oh, Jesus. Also, I think my last video, there were some kids watching, so I'm going to try to keep the cussing to a minimum, but I cannot guarantee that that will happen. Because I like my level 1 cuss words, my S's and my D's. I promise you won't ever hear an F if some kid, unless something really intense happens. Which could today. Alright. Well, this is my first Dermaroller. And we've been through a lot. He's traveled to 3 states with me and many cities and many jobs. He's been good to me. But it is good to change up your Dermarollers. I still have him. Because, I might use him. But I found a really good German website. No judgment. That sells really high quality medical grade Dermarollers. It's called Walter Wellness. And they come in these tubes. Okay, real quick educational lesson. Okay, this is a 0.5 millimeter. 0.5 millimeter is great for fine lines up around here, around the mouth, around the nose, along the décolletage, which is your chest right here. Golly, this is ridiculous. And your neck. Okay, you don't want to go any deeper with this. This is great for fine lines in the face. They go all the way up to, I believe, 3. Jesus Christ. I ain't doing that. But this is a 0.1. Not 0.1, I'm sorry, a 1 millimeter. I have not used him yet. Ones are what you are recommended for things like stretch marks and scars. And considering how big my belly is right now, we might be using that puppy on a tummy and some boob. A tummy, just my tummy. And maybe my thighs, who knows? Golly, I'm gonna have to sleep like a bat. Anyway, he might get a workout post July. We'll see. But he's good for scars and stretch marks. Yowza. So anyway, let's go to our 0.5. And his little cover on him. And he rolls. Okay. Now I've cleaned him and I've cleaned my hands really well. But still, I'm going to take a little bit of this rubbing alcohol and we're just going to drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. That helps. And also just really, really freaking hot water. Just as hot as you can stand it under there. We'll sterilize it. Okay. This is not fun. But you'll get used to it. Alright? We are going to do, I'm not going to do as intense as I usually do. But essentially you're going to do a basket weave pattern. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But also if you have any, let's say cold sores or really bad acne, you don't want to do this because you're going to be puncturing the superficial layers of your skin essentially, and you just don't want to be puncturing anything that could be holding infection or disease or virus and then just passing it all up your face, because nobody wants your face to look like raw meat because it could potentially do that. Just don't do it. Okay, so this is what he looks like. Okay, he's got little baby pokers on him. I don't know if you can see that well. Okay, here we go. So I start, you gotta gear up because it is annoying. So I start at the top. Now do not, and I might sneeze because it'll touches your little nerve endings. It'll make you sneeze and your eyes water. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Okay, I'm gonna try not to sneeze. Okay. Do not push. Okay, do not push. Just let it use its own weight. We're gonna go across, across, across. I go into my eyebrows. Okay, right about here. All the way to the temples. And we're gonna start here. See, my eyes are watering. And when you're doing this, you can hear it just like little baby punctures happening. Okay. I think there's going to be a way to speed this up on my tape. I think there's a way to increase video so it does the super fast action like a lot of people do. I don't know that. I'm still learning. Anyway, we work our way up here. Now we've gone left to right. Okay. I like to get even my lips, unless they're really chapped. I know this is such pain. I'm like torturing myself for you guys. But anyway, and then we're gonna go under our chin. Has anybody figured out what I should name my second, my double chin? How about like Old Yeller? Coming up with a baby name is hard enough. That's hard. I was the type of person that when I got any kind of a stray cat when I was little, because we lived out way in the boonies, so people would drop off their animals all the time, I would rename my cat constantly. I'd start out with like Tiger, and then like 2 weeks later change it to Tigger. I don't know. I was just constantly changing its name. You can't do that with a baby. Okay, we've gone left to right. Now we're gonna go up and down. And feel free to get up into that nose too. I don't want to do that because, oh gosh, not right now, but I usually do. You can pull it, get in there a little bit. I'm telling you what, it's sensitive, but you do want to focus around your eyes. Don't get too close. Jeez Louise, please don't puncture your eyeballs out. Up and down, up and down. Oh, my nose was running like crazy. I totally told you this was gonna happen. Oh my gosh. Oh, it stimulates the senses and all the nerves. Anyway, like I said, usually for each round, left to right, about 5 minutes. Up and down, about 5 minutes. I'm really going quick, and I usually focus definitely go ahead and get down into that neck, because we've already talked about neck wrinkles and they are not fun. I mean, that's one of the first places you can see age, is in between your boobs, your décolletage, which is here, and your neck. And that's just because, I mean, your neck doesn't get a lot of sun, but I mean, let's face it, that sucker's getting a lot of action over the years, up and down, side to side. And of course, this area right here is the most exposed to sunlight, and you don't think about protecting that with your SPF or any other preventative measures. So that's why this area, sometimes you see women with beautiful skin, but right here you're like, wow, yowza. Somebody missed that in the memo. So hit this part, because that's what you can tell. Okay, we went up and down, left to right. Now we're gonna go like kind of catty corner. So like temple to head. Okay, and again, I try to focus and do about 5 minutes. My gosh, this is killing me today. Whew. And it looks like it's rough, and I'm sorry. Make sure you're using a clean towel, because our skin is wide open right now, you guys. And I mean wide open. Okay, keep going at an angle here. Oh, the lip. Oh. Like I said, don't push. It'll tickle enough doing this. Okay. Like I said, if I'm focused, I will hit all of this, okay? So we've gone this angle, now this angle, okay? Up, down. Imagine if we were making cross like this, and cross like this, and cross like this. So we are maximizing our coverage, making sure we're plucking. I totally went the wrong direction there. I don't mean to confuse you. This just makes sure you're penetrating everything with these hundreds of little needles perfectly. And we're opening up the skin. And I mean, I'm telling you, this is what you're stimulating blood flow. It's like your blood is like, whoo. I mean, obviously you're telling as I'm doing this that my face is getting redder and redder. And it's stimulating blood flow to an area is the quickest way to make it heal and rejuvenate, regenerate, turn over skin cells, increase collagen, stimulate collagen production, yada, 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 yada. I mean, your blood's got the good stuff in it. Your blood is what's going to be fixing everything. Your blood is the healing property of your body. That's what sends the stuff. Go, fight, win. Chill. Okay. The other thing that I do, I mean, that's going to wrap it up for right now. Like I said, usually 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and I just don't have that time, and I know y'all don't either. So, usually I do it at night. I don't need to wear makeup today, which is why I'm doing this. Otherwise, don't do it. And don't do it preferably when you're not going to go out into the sun. It doesn't look like it's going to be a sunny day today, but I'm going to slap a whole lot SPF on it. I might even wear a hat. But you don't want direct sunlight to this because your skin is wide open, and this, you know, you become extra photosensitive and you could burn, and that's how you spot, and that's how you get age spots. Ew, nobody wants that. Okay, here's another thing that I do. If you happen to have an area that's, I'm sorry, it's gross. If you happen to have an area that is a scar, like I talked about my eyebrow here, I definitely go over this guy a little bit more. Just give him extra focus, and also whatever area you want to focus on. I did smoke for a while, off and on for years, then on, then off, then on, then off. And part of the reason that I quit smoking was, not to mention it makes you feel like total dog crap and it's expensive, but I did not want my mouth to look like a cat's ass by the time I was 50 years old. There was a lady I worked with, and she said that, like, oh, I gotta quit smoking, look at my mouth. And she did it, and it totally looked like you were looking at the butt of a cat. And I'm telling you, that horrified me. So if you are a smoker or used to be a smoker, it is good to get in here, because we want to rejuvenate those lips, and that'll help plump them up too, stimulate that collagen growth. Oh, I can't believe I'm telling you all my secrets. Around our eyes, we're getting older. We definitely want to plump this area. Now, don't go too close. This is the thinnest skin on your face, okay? and it's very, very sensitive. So you might not be able to tolerate this when you first do this. I mean, it's very sensitive, but I'm toughening up because I've been doing it a while. But don't be discouraged if you first do it and you're like, what in God's name? But you'll get to it. You'll work your way up to it. But don't go in your eyelids. This is bonkers. Who would do that? Do not go on top of your eyelids, I'm telling you. But just hit around there. Okay. So, just so you know, what you're going to want to do is you're going to clean this with hot soapy water. And then you're going to want to hit it with some more alcohol. And you're going to let it air dry before you stick it back in the container. I'm going to do that afterward off camera. Because, man, my nose is running. Okay. So, we are fresh. Wide open here, okay? And we are trying to take precautions. And I know this is not fun, but you're going to have to take a little bit more of this rubbing alcohol, and you are going to have to just hit a little bit of it and just swath over your face, okay? It burns a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, my God's on fire. But this is it. You might get a teeny baby bit of blood, just a little bit. And it could just be around a little sensitive area, or like an area where you had a zit and was peeling. I don't know, but just quick glaze over. All right. Now for the reason. Dermarolling in and of itself is gonna do wonders for your skin. It's great. It's gonna just pow. It's gonna stimulate. That blood is rushing there. It's gonna help heal and form. But because of the fact that our pores and our skin has been punctured, essentially, I'm so sorry. This is gross, but you're going to notice your nose will run and your eyes will run and you'll sneeze too. Your pores and your skin has been, it's like a microscopic open wound, okay? So now is a really good time to get something into your face that's going to help. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is, this is called pure hyaluronic serum. And this is a natural occurring compound. It's a moisture binding compound. So it helps plump, it helps retain moisture, it helps moisturize. In fact, they use this with lip fillers and different types of injections at the plastic surgeon's office. But it's a polysaccharide, which means it's a carbohydrate. But anyway, we're gonna slap some of that on there, and it's just like kind of just watery. It's not very thick at all. Just, put a little bit of that on, and don't rub it in, just slap it around. Get that neck, and it's gonna suck right on into there, okay? And that's healthy, and that's yummy, and that's good, and your skin loves it. And so right now, this is like aerating your lawn. Are you gonna go out and just blast your dry lawn with a hose? No, because it's gonna stay on top and it's gonna shoot off. But if you go and aerate it, which means you walk around with those pokey shoes or something, you go poke, 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 and then you spray your lawn, boy, it's gonna suck right on up in there. Kind of what's going on with our face right now. Okay, so after just that's been 30 seconds, you'll feel that it's drying up. Now for our next step. This is called Infidolin, okay? And everything on the back of that is German. But it is basically, it's not a cream, it is an ointment, okay? This is an ointment. And this is similar to A&D, but this has lanolin in it, okay? Lanolin, hold on, I'm gonna do these. Okay, lanolin is similar to the compounds of your skin, that are like lipids, okay? They help inhibit certain things, like they help heal scars and heal wrinkles, and I have to look in the better way to describe that. But basically, A.D. and lanolin is really good and healing for your skin. And this is a really great time to slap this on there too, because it is full of repairing ability. It has a lot of ability to regenerate your skin. So, like I said, we aerated our lawn. So go ahead and get that fertilizer in there too, because it's going to help our skin rejuvenate. Good. Okay. And that, I mean, this is a little bit greasy. Also, another habit, I'm bad at it. You should always go up with your neck, not down. Obviously, reasons. Fight that gravity. Okay. Last but not least, and I told you I either got cheap stuff or I've got expensive stuff. Lord Almighty. Cheap hyaluronic acid, cheap rubbing alcohol, cheap Infidolin, cheap. Even though it came from Germany, still not expensive. And your rollers, surprisingly, you want to make sure you get stainless steel medical grade. They're not that expensive either. Because we want to afford that. This is called Vintner's Daughter, and I do not want to tell you how much it is. If you want to Google it, fine. Don't judge me. I don't want to hear it. I shop at the Amish Scratch and Dent, so I know how to budget. And this will last me like a good 6 to 8 months, so you don't use much. But I'm telling you what, it has made a huge difference in my face. And if I had invested a little bit, I'd probably be even better these days, but I got a late start. Because who's thinking about that when you're young and in your 20s, man? You're drinking, you're partying, you're smoking, you're having a good time, and you're like, I'm going to be young forever. And then one day you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm not going to be young forever. Or you meet some people that you used to know when you were young and you're like, oh, what happened? That sounds so judgy. I'm really not that judgy, I promise. Okay, anyway, this stuff comes in a little squeezy tube, okay? Just 2 or 3 drops in your hands, okay? Rub it until it gets warm. This is activating it, okay? Now this has 22 natural botanicals, which means basically herbs and spices, essentially, okay? And it has a crap ton of powerful stuff in it. And it has stuff that like promotes, it helps with antioxidants. It has stuff that fights free radicals. It stimulates cell turnover, which means kicks them dead ones out and brings them new ones on, which you want because you don't want a bunch of dead skin hanging around, because that's what makes you look old and aged. But that stuff is really good, really good. And that is, I might be embarrassed of how much I spent on it, but I'm telling you, like, I don't think I'll ever regret it. I sure won't. But I'm stingy. However, I did find a lady that's making this stuff for like a quarter of the price, and her ingredient list seems pretty impressive. And she doesn't have anything on this bottle, and I cannot remember where in the. It's called like BFF, best friend face oil, I think. I don't know. I'm a terrible promoter, but that's like a quarter of the price. So I'm actually gonna start using that on a daily basis just to see how it compares. That has like a carrot oil in it, so it has a little bit of a orangey yellow tint, but it doesn't matter on me. My skin, you couldn't tell. But if it does as good of a job as this, if this does as good a job as this, then I'll definitely be making the switch, because if I can get apples for a quarter of the price, you know I'm gonna be on that train. Okay, so we are done. Your face is hot, your face is red, and you let it ride. You walk away and you let it ride. And now I gotta clean up my mess. I don't think there's anything else to talk about today. That was like a good, just straightforward, once a week, once every 2 weeks kind of a routine. You do not want to Dermarol all the time, trust me, especially your face. I mean, you have to give it like a rebound time, okay? If you were fighting strep, I would guess stretch marks, something on your thighs or your tummy or your up here, then you can probably hit it a couple times a week, just space it out. But on your face in particular, you just really, your face is sensitive. I mean, it really is. Like, this skin around your eyes is the same as what's around your private parts, okay? Which is why Preparation H, which is a hemorrhoid cream, if you ever notice you have chronically swollen, puffy eyes, you use a little bit of that butt cream on your fingers, right under your eyes, and right away. I'm telling you, that's a secret to the stars. And I use that as a makeup artist too. If I've gotten to a shoot really early in the morning and our little bride-to-be or our little, prom queen, whoever, has a set of puffy eyes because she stayed up too late or, was crying because of boyfriend drama. I don't know. She's got puffy eyes. A little Preparation H under the eyes, right here, and it'll shrink down by the time you're done doing her makeup. It's down. So that's a little trick. I know it's weird, Preparation H butt cream on your eyes, but it's the same stuff. So I'm trying to be real with y'all and layman's terms here. You don't need all that fancy smancy stuff. Sometimes you do, but not all the time. All right, have a great day. I'm gonna go check out this little bebop, and I gotta find a name for this baby. So hopefully he's got a good heartbeat today. Toodaloo.
Okay, so I had my doctor's appointment today. Everything's good. The baby's heartbeat is about 143. And I didn't gain any more weight since my last visit, which is great. But I wanted to show you that my face is still very sensitive and red today from the Dermarolling. But feel free to use as much lotion as you feel like you need to make it feel less itchy, because sometimes it might feel a little bit itchy or just a little irritated. So just use more lotion or the serum, or really anything. Use your favorite lotion. That's all I can say. Be careful. Occasionally certain lotions might irritate you a little bit. So the more basic ingredients, the better. And if you shower, which I just got out of the shower, don't wash your face. Just rinse. Just don't wash your face at all. Just let the water rinse your face off and then blot gently. And by this time tomorrow, it'll look as good as new. But I just wanted to show you that the redness is normal. But it looks, I don't know, it looks like, to me, it looks a little bit rejuvenated, and it's just, not even 12 hours later. So, that's normal. Just wanted to let you know. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.